In last week's episode, you joined us for some fun in the sun on board our 28-foot floating home Talisman as we shared with you a day in our life. But now the weather's changing, it's time to move on. Good morning.
Good morning.
How was the storm last night?
It was interesting.
Yeah.
We were all good, but I didn't get much sleep.
Yeah, there's lots of like thunder and lightning, wasn't there?
Lots of thunder and lightning, and I'm gonna actually take a picture of the anchor tracking.
Yeah.
Just to show people what it, like how much we moved, but also how good our anchor is, because I'm so impressed with it.
Are we going for a little morning dip?
Yeah. I feel like I just need to wake up and freshen up.
People don't know actually, but you've been ill the last couple of days, haven't you?
Yeah, I haven't been too well.
And we're just going to go and anchor around the corner from here, somewhere more protected. It was a very rolling night last night, but I kind of want to show you the solution that Bryn implemented last night, which seemed to work.
Actually, it's called a swell bridle. And someone on our Instagram, Faye at the Bay, thank you for sending us a link and showing us about this. I'd never heard of it before. And essentially what you do is, say at the bow of the boat you've got the chain that goes down, you attach a line somewhere on the way down to the sand, and then you pull that line all the way to the back of the boat, and what it does is it creates a triangle off the boat. So if this is the side of the boat here, your anchor then goes out to the side of the boat, and the wind in theory pushes obviously you away from the anchor. And then if the swell is side on to the wind, it keeps you in line with the swell. But that's what we did, and it worked. It's not working very well at the minute, but that's just because the wind's changed direction this morning. So we're going to take it off, ready to leave. But yeah, like if anyone is struggling with swell, this is something that we hadn't heard of, didn't know about, and we managed to set up in the dark at like 12:30 at night, so it's easy to do.
Yeah, I think we're starting our engines and we're off. It's a nice place here actually.
Yeah.
It's a little bit resorty, but nice enough. And I lost rock, paper, scissors, so I'm heading up to lift the anchor. I never lose. That's a lie. Make sure you don't reverse over the dinghy line.
Oh.
Again,
it wasn't me the first time.
and don't run over any of these fish either.
I'll try not to.
Look at them all. Don't chop them up.
No sushi.
No sushi. So we have a glorious 1 knot of wind this morning.
Yeah.
And some of you might be wondering, why have we gone out if there's no wind? Why are we motoring around the corner? There's two reasons that I think anyway. The first one is it's important to find a protected anchorage, and the wind and the swell is very, very confused these coming days.
Yeah, it's getting weird.
There's no one anchorage that's protected for more than 1 or 2 days,
Yeah.
which literally means we've got to kind of dodge through them to try and find an anchorage that's protected, which has meant obviously we can't really settle in one place for very long.
No.
And also our Shenzhen time, you might have heard us mention before, but we've had a couple of comments from people asking, why have you skipped this place out, why haven't you come here? And in an ideal world we would have seen everywhere, but we got back to Talisman on the 4th of April, left El Miramar
About a month later.
towards the end of April, by the time we'd got Talisman ready and in the water, which only left us 2 months. And we also need time to get from the Balearics to Albania to reset our Shenzhen visa. So basically we have a month and a half, I would probably say.
Yeah, at best.
At best we have a month and a half of exploring the Balearics and Spain, where we left El Miramar. So it's really not a lot of time, unfortunately. So we've had to be a little bit fast-paced in our travels. But it's not the end of the world, because just because we haven't seen these places now, it doesn't mean we won't. Obviously, when we reset, we then get another 3 months back in EU zone, so we could always visit these places again one day. So that's where we're at the minute, basically. Like, we're not complaining. Being stuck in an absolutely stunning anchorage in Mallorca is exactly what we signed up for.
Yeah, crystal clear, warm water, beautiful weather.
I'm more just sorry for you guys, because I know probably you want to see us travel more and see more of Mallorca and more of these places and some sailing, and unfortunately it's just not the reality. Like, a lot of sailors in the Med will tell you the same thing. It's just not, that's not the reality of sailing here, unfortunately. And we have had amazing sailing as well. It's just that that sailing is alongside days of motoring, and that's the way it is.
Let's get back to being responsible.
Yeah. Ooh, look at this.
Boat owners.
Look at this little swell. Ooh. Woo! Are you happy with this spot?
I'm super happy with this spot. We have loads of sand around us, perfect depth, and we have a wreck in front of us to go diving on.
That's so cool. There's like, that's kind of where the main town bit is over there. But there was a few boats in the best spots over there, so we thought we'd move to this quieter area. And it's absolutely lovely over here. We've got all this bit to ourselves.
Nice. Yeah. We've been at this place now pretty much most of the day, and we had such an amazing swim. We did some really good practice, didn't we? Like with the free diving, like just practicing the really duck dive, getting comfortable in the water. It was really, really good, and the water temperature was amazing. It is, however, very rolly. Like, I think we're going to stay here tonight just to see if it calms down. And we're lazy. We're definitely lazy. So I reckon tomorrow we're either going to head back to where we was, because that is extremely well protected, or we're going to try maybe the other side. We're not sure yet. We might do that on Monday. But we're going to keep watching the weather, trying to make the right choices, moving between anchorages where we have to. So that's pretty much the update so far. So yeah, it also says that there's an underwater wreck on the charts, and it's not a wreck. It is marked by 2 yellow floats, 2 buoys, but it's an underwater pipe that's exposed, and I think I know why it's exposed, and that's because something is coming out of it.
What does that mean?
It might be an overflow for like water on the mainland. It could also be sewage. It doesn't look like there's sewage in the water. No, I don't think it's sewage. There's not. The water's pretty clear here. And if it was sewage, I think it would have a lot more algae growth and a lot more basically nasty stuff around here. So yeah, looks like you're dishing up now.
Yeah, eat some grub.
Time to eat, guys. I'm sorry.
What are we up to tonight? Have we got a lavish night on the town planned?
So tonight we have got an extremely exciting night planned. We're probably just gonna watch some Netflix or Disney and chill out. Play some games. Maybe have a game of chess. Play some cards.
Ooh, how dignified! It's another really good meal if you have no fresh fruit and veg. And this is a bit of a hack, so I'm going to show you this because Jenny in Almerimar, Chris and Jenny, she told us about these. It's basically just a ratatouille mix in this box. Obviously it keeps out the fridge, you can just keep it in the back of the cupboard. So I mixed in some lentils just to give it some extra protein. Just cooked it all in the pan. I've just shoved in lentils, ratatouille, a bit of water and spaghetti, dried spaghetti, and just cooked it all in the pan for about 15-20 minutes. I put a bit too much liquid in, so I'm calling this spaghetti soup, spaghetti lentil soup.
How are them cards looking?
I have nothing.
These are my cards, guys.
I have nothing. You won.
Guys, look what I picked up.
Have you won?
I may have.
So today it's nice and calm and not too far, so it's a rowing day.
Yeah.
And Bryn's doing the exercise today. He's taking one for the team. So this is a first for us. There's an actual little designated kind of dinghy platform area. And the supermarket is right there, which is actually epic. This is so convenient. But I think we're going to go for just a little wander first, and then we'll come back and get some shopping after.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Camp de Mar was actually created deliberately as a resort, and it definitely has quite an exclusive ambience. But it still surprisingly had a really quiet and tranquil vibe about it that was actually lovely. But it wasn't surprising to find out that loads of celebrities actually had mansions here, or around the area, such as Brad Pitt, Claudia Schiffer and Pierce Brosnan. But with beautiful turquoise waters, silky soft sand and the beautiful swaying trees, it was a really idyllic place to anchor for a night.
We've got all the shopping on board the dinghy, and yeah, Jay's just rowing us back.
After one rolling night in the anchorage, we decided to move on as the forecast was only due to get worse. So we headed back to the most protected local anchorage again, which, you guessed it, was Santa Ponsa.
We're almost at Santa Ponsa for the second time, and
It's just so damn protected.
It's just so damn protected.
But on the way, we noticed that there was a fuel dock in Santa Ponsa in which you could actually refill your water as well. This was actually a really useful idea, as otherwise we would have found ourselves taking our big water canisters to the beach and trying to fill them up. But instead, we got to fill our entire tank for around €3. We did €3 and it basically filled the tank.
Yeah.
Super easy, really nice guy there as well, so yeah, awesome. We were anchored around here. We're gonna anchor around here. The theory is the angle that the wind's coming in, it'll hit people here, whereas this side's more protected. Are you watching?
Our friends, Indiana.
Oh, Lauren and Chris.
Yeah.
Hey, Lauren and Chris.
Just watching their latest video.
Shout out.
They've gone out for their first sale of the season.
That's
So
awesome.
super proud of them.
Guys, I've got to tell you, our mind is blown. Have you ever eaten banana peel? Because it's actually amazing. In total, we spent about a week in Santa Ponsa, which was way more than we'd have hoped. But sometimes you've just got to do what the weather tells you to do.
Train ride just to see you. Ride for hours.
Make sure you tune in for next week's video, which is equal parts terrifying, fascinating and beautiful. But for now, thank you all so much for watching and see you next week.
'Cause you're my home away from home.